What up, what up, what up, what up, world, what up, world, what up, world? Y'all know who it is. It's Mr. 505 here with another episode of TOKE Talks. What can I say? That's right, I got him. Fresh off the airplane. Didn't get to go home, didn't get to do anything else. Fresh off the plane, I got Nashville native, the innovator, the roast king, the man that everybody wants to see in the street, but nobody wants to see in front of him on the stage. The real roast king. Give him his flowers. I'm going to clap for you, brother.
Appreciate
I got
that,
DaHerm.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Man, what's up, brother? Tell me something good. I know you fresh out the plane. Talk to me.
First and foremost, God is good all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's the first thing. Again, life's good, and life's good because God's good.
Yeah.
My family's good. My family good because God is good. You know, my comedy's good, and my comedy's good because God is good all the time.
Shush.
So, all the glory though, because I am going to talk my stuff though. You know what I'm saying? But I want everybody to know it's all because of God. You know?
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, you arrogant. You gotta be. So you got an ego. Nah, I'm gonna talk my stuff though because they didn't want to give it to me when I wanted it or when I deserved it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk my stuff though, but it's all glory to God though for sure.
There's nothing wrong with when they don't want to let you in the door. Sometimes you got to go through the window or kick that motherfucker off the hinges.
Kick that mug in for sure.
Now, I got to say, the courage that comes with being a Nashville comic, but you the LA legend now. You an LA legend. Nobody want to see you coming. I didn't see you from roasting with it. I mean, some people don't know, with Craig Smith to you even getting roasted by T.I. How you gonna let a rapper roast you?
Man, T.I., how that go about? T.I., man, I'm chilling though. Everybody, the way I roasted in Nashville or New York or Atlanta or Florida. I roast the same way in LA. So I'm on a block with it, you know. So I'm always on a block. So me being on a block, where it got up, they say, oh, we gotta roast DaHerm every chance we get because it's not gonna be fun. We're gonna roast DaHerm.
Okay.
So they always roasted me. The celebrities come out, they try to roast me also. So T.I. visits from time to time. And he's still a working comic, so he makes sure he hit every stage though, which is good. He came out, T.I. talking his mess, you know, and they were like, oh spark up DaHerm, go get him DaHerm. So I'm not trying to get him. I don't really just unsolicited just.
So what you saying is you ain't gonna pull your gun if don't nobody else pull that.
It's dangerous though, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to hate me though, you know, because when I roast, I hurt feelings. Like I done messed up, and I don't go low blows. I just simply, you know, I have to do it precisely. I can't just roast willy-nilly like everybody else do, you know. I have to get a permission slip, you know.
You know,
tell your mom to sign this permission slip for me to roast you, and then I gotta get 2 consent from you that you want to get roasted.
I used to give a disclaimer on TOKE Talks, and I probably should have said this before you even sat down. Is there anything off limits? But I don't feel that there is anything off limits right now.
Ain't nothing off limits.
Yeah.
I seen T.I. and T.I. be. He be cocky though, and I have to be like, hey, T.I., show ugly ass out of here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, K, you rich nigga? You supposed to do 10 minutes, nigga. It's 30 minutes, nigga. Get your ugly ass off that stage, nigga. Nobody care. You drop rubber band, man, and get your ugly ass off that stage, nigga.
Understood. So I asked this question for everyone that comes on the stage. I have one main question that I ask. It is your birthday.
Okay.
It is your birthday. I know you
3 or 5?
5.
5 comedians that I want to roast me. Or I don't roast.
Don't want to roast. Hey, first, before you even start, The fact that you know the question lets me know that you watched.
I seen it. People tagged me. People tagged me in it. I was like, okay, people tagged me.
So that makes me feel good to know that I'm reaching
Doing
out.
your thing, for sure.
Thank you for reposting because
For sure.
I gotta say this. Niggas, I do this shit for us. So it don't cost you a dime to like and share. It don't cost you 1 penny. It won't cost you anything. But because if you don't, I take that as a hate. Mm-hmm. But anyway, your 5. What is your 5? And I am completely interested.
Well, I'm not scared of nobody. All right, because I think my rules to roasting, what I think the roasting rules is, nothing's off limits.
Okay.
It's like a fight. If you hit somebody, you can't tell them how hard to hit you back. You know? So if you like, hey, bro, your nose is too big for your face, you be like, well, then your mama just died. You're like, it's like that.
I love it.
I don't do that. Me personally, I don't do that. But when somebody do it to me, I can be like, all right, I shouldn't have started. You know,
okay.
Say no more. You know, I'm just fall back. I can't change the rules for me to win. People
Okay.
do that. People say, oh well, I'm gonna roast you first. I'm gonna try to embarrass you though, but look, you can't talk about my shoes, my shirt, my hair. All right. People try to like put you on their level because they feel like they can beat you on their level. And like, nah, bro, if you trying to win right now and we in the wild, just know you can't come with that foo-foo lame stuff. But like, my top 5 would be who I would say top roasters. Top roasters, and I have seen a lot of roasters across the country. I would say number 1 would have to be Craig Smith. I would say Craig Smith is number 1.
5150.
Yeah, Craig Smith is number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. I gotta give it to Boo Capone. Boo Capone, roast me's champ. You know, roast me star.
Hey.
All Def Digital.
Boo Capone. Shout out Boo Capone. I remember one of the most memorable episodes of the Did You Miss Me podcast. Boo Capone talk about Michael Jackson being a fucking gangbanger.
Yeah.
I studied this shit. Boo Capone is surgical. Mm-hmm. Surgical. So keep giving flowers. That's true.
Real talk, Boo Capone, he has some stories for you. And he at the age where you can't tell him he lying though, cause you ain't that old. You don't know about his age. So you be like, man, is he lying? Like, I don't know. I can't call nobody. Cause all them niggas are either locked up or dead.
Yeah.
So you don't know if he lying or not, but it's still some interest. It's like, I think I'm trying to do a segment where, you know how Dave Chappelle used to do a segment with Charlie Murphy?
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy used to do their stories, and people didn't know if they was true or not.
Yeah.
And they'd do the skit. I want to do it on Boo Capone, though, because they might be true, though. You know what I'm saying? They be interesting, though.
That would be interested as hell.
Man, Michael Jackson just banged on me. He started shooting at him, then he did the lean, and then he dodged every bullet. And we like, nah, this nigga, bro. And then he was like, bro, you lying? Oh, blood, quit lying. Let me land. And you like, all right. But he funny as hell, though. Also, another roaster, because what are we talking about? Are we talking about rapid fire, mosh pit, or are we talking about okay? Because you said it's my birthday, so
it's
that means
your birthday.
If it's your birthday,
they had time to line this up.
Okay, they had something to write it.
Yeah,
they write just like the roast on Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we doing that, I would have to put in some of the comics that write, and that's Nasty Nate from Nasty Nate. He's the LA champion of Roast Battle. Okay. The Roast Battle TV show that used to be on Comedy Central. Mm-hmm. And it's you can go check that out on YouTube, the Roast Battle. They do it at the Comedy Store every week. But he has the belt. And he's about to get the world belt because it's a world event. The Roast Battle is like in London and Chicago, whatever, shit. Or everywhere. So he's a great writer. Ryan Ness, he's a good roaster. I want to say, is it 5? So I want to say, because I know I'm missing out on somebody. We have a lot of other surgical roasters, like, Marcus. He's good. 51, from 5150. Marcus.
Marcus.
You got a lot of
Marcus from Mississippi though, ain't he? I think Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah,
okay, he from Arkansas.
yeah.
Okay.
Marcus pretty good. Then you got it's another Marcus down there. You got some great CP, comedian CP. He's also, man, they also good, but I don't want to miss out on somebody because I might throw in that fifth and think about a six and have to take somebody out. And I might have to take one of those roast battle comics out. Because they're good writers.
I love it.
This nigga, but for sure, if I take somebody out and add somebody in for that fifth, sixth spot, well, because the sixth might kick somebody out to have the fifth spot. It's really hard. I want to say some Nashville comics, but like the people in California are from everywhere, and they just pile up in California and they build up.
They're all implants.
Cause there's so many roast shows in California, and the ones down here they give you about 50 jokes to 100 jokes, then they repeat it and then repeat it. Down there they'll make something up out of thin. This nigga Craig told me the other day, what'd he say? This nigga said, I look like I live in a shipwreck or something like that. It's just something crazy. Like, how you think of something like that? Like, I told the nigga, he got a favorite meatball that he put in a display case. It's so crazy. It would just be so outlandish. It's an art. They would just get something from out over here and some over here and just make it so abstract. But down here, they would say something like, you wearing dirty laundry or something like that. And I don't know, it's really hard. It's really hard. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about that. And I know a lot of Nashville people be upset because I didn't really throw them in there. But we have some good roasters down here like Flash Flood and Sleazy. Yeah, I would say we have some good roasters like, Sleazy or Flash Flood.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'll put them in my top. I'll put some New York comics in maybe before I put some Nashville comics.
Now, being from this area,
I grew up here.
how is it? Do you feel more accepted elsewhere than you do here? Yeah, we going there. Do you feel more accepted elsewhere? I'm saying because you're in multiple states. Does this still feel like home?
Man, I gotta open up then. So it's only home because I've been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mess with Nashville like that. You know what I'm saying? Nashville racist. They don't. There's a lot of dick riders up here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say dick riders, I mean a lot of comics love me though because they know I'm funny though. They can't deny that. But they also wish-washy though because this booker don't like DaHerm this time, so we want to get booked, so we gonna not like DaHerm, even though he telling the truth. So they'll jump on the bandwagon, then they see that I override that or get better than that, and they be like, oh well, you was right, DaHerm. I'm cool with you now, and then they keep doing that over seasons. Cause I've been doing it for long. I've been doing it for 14 years, so I have seen that happen on and off for so many years. So I'm like, they accept me, but not really. They all know I'm funny. I done helped a lot of them get in the game, build, get some credit, get their resume up. I have done a lot for the community for sure. But the dick ride I just can't rock with. You know what I'm saying? I can't rock with the dick. I'm keeping tab. Every time they be doing all that dick riding and switching sides, I screenshot it. I'm on screenshot every time. I'm all cool and cordial because I got screenshot from years.
So you got receipts.
10 years ago. 12 years ago.
So you got receipts.
Receipts, screenshots.
I'm
I'm talking about, I'm over there screenshotting the lights But niggas say, hey, DaHerm, you ain't gonna make it in this society because you're not friends with this guy. I'm like, okay, let me go look at the likes. Oh, this person liked it, this person liked it, this person liked it. Okay, screenshot. Nigga, remember you liked that back in 2012, nigga? I remember that, nigga.
You know what? I thought I was the only one that kept all my messages. I got messages in my phone from 2012. I can only imagine how deep you go, because iPhones are horrible about that. Same as plug, y'all give my money. Yeah, there you go. But
what people don't understand though, you know what I'm saying? Let me. I hope comics is looking at this podcast, real talk, because they need to learn something, right? They understand. I have been harassed. I have got into fights. I have got into arguments. I have got into disagreement with bookers. I have got into misunderstanding with bookers. I have fallen off with viral people or people who make moves and money moves and big shows and big comedy clubs. I didn't even got banned from the Improv in California.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? For real, I done got put out of lots of places. I have before I left, I smacked the nigga. You know what I'm saying? The audience, they were like, oh well, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, one thing, and I'm gonna hold these comments and looking. One thing is, you cannot deny talent.
Yeah.
Talent is currency. All right. You being different, being unique, having something new that you can bring to the table. People are like, oh, that's interesting. You know, that's something new, because you can be funny on an 8 scale, but if you different, you real different, and you about a 6, that's way better than an 8. Because you can be a regular ass 8 and blend in with all the other 8s and 7s and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So if you got that currency right there, they will let you in anytime. You're gonna sell tickets. So going back to what you're saying though, all these niggas is dick riding and stuff like that. I don't vibe with that. And I'm noting it for sure. And I might be professional in front of their face though, but I still note it. But at the end of the day, I know what I got. And I know if I go back to LA, they gonna be like, oh, who is this different dude? Same. Oh, everybody know me in this scene. Same thing. They all gonna know me in that scene. Okay. So I knew that gonna happen. So I went down there, and they like, oh, this dude right here is interesting. I keep seeing this nigga.
This man got money falling. This man, hey, that's
y'all crazy.
Hey, man, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey,
crazy.
Hey, God, boy, I tell you what, God couldn't have set it up no better.
God is good.
he is
all the time. And all the time.
God is good. Yes,
sure. Sir. But nah, for sure though, nigga, I knew what I was gonna do to him, because regardless if anybody think I'm funny or not, I know that I'm different and I know that I stick out. And that's my value. So when I went down there, I knew I was gonna stick out. All I gotta do is capitalize once I hit the stage. So when I went up there, that's when I first did Killing the Scene, because I'm in the underground always, but that's when I got an opportunity from Corey Holcomb, and then went on the road and did a show. You know, cause I'm gonna talk my cash. I'm like, look, nigga, I'm the truth and the truth hurt. Hustle me and hard work. We scared to go to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk your cash, nigga was like, nigga, all right, that nigga cocky, all right. You think you better than me? Cause you anytime you try to give yourself flowers, people say, oh, you think you better than me? So niggas like, all right, I want to see you fail. Yeah. So when niggas want to see you fail, they always looking. You know what I'm saying? So when they look, all you gotta do is just capitalize. Hit that stage and capitalize.
That's it.
And when I hit that stage with Corey, I didn't capitalize.
That's it.
I didn't.
Corey
I bombed. So that when I bombed with Corey, that not everybody was looking, because that's what Corey was talking about. And then we all started talking about it. More celebrities started being like, oh, that's the thing you were talking about? This is woo-woo. Yeah. So more people started looking. Then after that, I've been killing it. I just been killing it, and more people, I've been killing it. So the same thing happening here is happening there. It's no different, because niggas are dick riding down there like they are down here. It just taught me how to recognize it, so I won't fall for that foo-foo lame stuff and that backdoor stuff down there. So now I'm in Cali, and I can see it before it happens, and I just know that they're only friends with me because I'm funny. You know, I can see some genuine people here and there, But I can see that people like will blow you off. But when they see you kill a big stage like the Improv or the Comedy Store or these contests or a Laugh Factory, you know, they be like, oh, okay, nigga, you funny. I'm friends with you now. Like, I'm like, bro, why were you friends with me when I was a regular guy? You know?
You can't be. You gotta be free. Gotta be friends in the Bentley. Can't be friends in the Caprice.
Exactly. You gotta see those mannerisms. The mannerisms where you like, hey, you're not cool with me because I'm a cool dude, but you cool with me because I'm funny. That means you see, it's like a gold digger type of mindset. You're like, oh, you see potential to grow in the future because you think I'm gonna make it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I see it. So it's about the same, but it's more validation down in LA. So it might be perceived a little bit different. You know, so that's the only difference because the celebrities mess with me down here. You know, but it's only one gateway really down here. So it's a little different. It's a little it limits you a little bit more because there's only one gateway here, and everybody follows that one gateway. I don't want to say the gateway's name.
No. We don't mention that. We don't mention that place.
You know, we don't want to say that. You know, and you know, I can't, like what Kanye say. You know, I can't say that.
You know, I'm not gonna even bring that. I'm gonna leave that the room.
I mess with the owner though, for sure. It's just that some of the people who are hating spread propaganda about me.
I guess.
So within the system, so some of the workers will hear that and be like, oh, I don't think I like this guy. You see what I'm saying? So they be like, I have a bad perception about this guy. But I never did anything to anybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I never did anything to anybody with none of that.
I get
so,
that.
So, you know, but overall, I mess with the owner. You know, I have done good shows there, you know. It's some good people in there for sure, you know.
I totally agree with how you handled it. That was the most political, non-political way of handling it. Your flowers are given.
I got dick riders for sure.
How you are in town? How many shows are you gonna try to do?
I got 3.
Okay.
So hopefully I get some more. You know, if I don't, that's fine. You know, I'm a open mic guy. You know, I like open mics.
Just give me 1 second. For you to be who you are in this game, and to say that you still do open mics, that's a testament. Mm-hmm. Because I do open mics. Mm-hmm. I do several of them. I don't see a lot of us in open mics.
Sad.
What is your view on open mics for comedians?
I hope the comics are listening to this, and it might sound a little off-putting because of how I'm saying it, how I'm sticking it to them. And they might think but it's the truth. And if you take it, you will grow. But open mic is for growth. You should always sharpen your tool. Because what it is there's new generations. And comedy is a communication, it's a communication sport. So it's not really having the best joke and it's funny. It's more of communication. So you can have a bad joke, but you can communicate in a certain way and it can be funny as hell. Or you can have a good joke, a great joke, but you deliver it like, and then it won't be funny at all. So it's how you communicate it. So when you have different generations, you have different ways. The new generations are communicating different. So you got the mumbles, kids talk fast, slang, more pizzazz or riz or whatever the case may be. So you got these new generation people, kids and people who love you. So you have to you have to learn how to communicate different. And the only way you need to know how to communicate different is trying out different audiences, random audiences, and trying out jokes so often where you can understand, oh, I done did a show for some young kids, or I did some hip kids, or some hipsters, or ooh, I had to move my joke this way and do this way. I learned a new catchphrase. I did all in different ways to communicate with new generations and different types of people that you never experienced before, but you never would experience if you didn't go to open mic. So I recommend open mic because people are still, for instance, in LA, people out here in LA, the OGs is still performing like Def Jam.
Okay.
Which no disrespect to Def Jam because it's fire though, but it looks hack. It looks hack because a lot of people learn from the Def Jam comics, so they try to imitate them with the whole. It's like certain mannerisms, certain way they talk, and certain way black people, white people, they do certain jokes the Def Jam way. So when you see an actual Def Jam comic still doing that, it's all watered down by then. So you, in your mind, you kind of turn away from that. So they still talking like that, but they not learning how to adapt and communicate with new crowd, new us. So it's kind of you kind of look at it like that's a good ass joke though, but it seemed kind of. So I recommend it because, and I was just talking to the older comics, because the older comics they still doing the same 20 minutes. I'm like, bro, what a new 20 at, bro? There's no way you should be doing it 20 years and you still got 20 minutes. You should have at least 2 hours, 3 hours at minimum. Go to open mics, create new hours.
You notice I am at a mic drop moment because that's what you've given. So we know how you feel about open mics, so don't be surprised if y'all see him popping up in these open mics.
I'm going to open mic. I don't want to, like when you get to 10, like 8 to 12, I say 8 to 11 years in comedy. Most comics stop going to open mic because it's a laws of power thing. They don't see me often. They don't think I'm doing good. They don't see me often. They don't think that I'm here. I don't want to be seen as an open mic comic because I'm going to be perceived as lesser. You know what I'm saying? So they don't go to open mics. But what it does is it has to run it in place. They might create a new joke after maybe 20 shows on the road or something like that, maybe, but it limits them. They be killing it to make it to a certain plateau, and then they just stay there. You know what I'm saying? So the hunger leaves when they get success.
And then they get stagnant.
Yeah. So comics in this scene right now in Nashville, you got comics who are trash. Doing zanies. Headlining zanies. Have shows at zanies. Trash. Garbage. Facts. And I'm not, and generally speaking, every comic is funny.
Yeah.
Because it's subjective. You know, so they all funny.
There's a comedian for everybody.
Yeah, they all funny. Okay, I see the joke, I see the funny in that. But you have comics who was killing it. I'm talking about great jokes, raw. They get a new 5 minutes every couple of weeks and stuff like that. I'm talking about killing it. They get go on a road with a certain comic, and they don't want to go open mics no more because they don't want to be perceived a certain way, and they just haven't wrote a new joke since. So now they just forcing jokes because they just like, well, so I was on the road and I looked out the window, I seen a cow. Then the cow died, and that's roast beef. You're like, what, nigga? You like, bro, like you're not be creative no more. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting talent. But that's anywhere. That's just comedy science. That's just like Eddie Murphy's was the first person said it that I remember when he said success is the biggest career killer. And when you have success, because you don't work as hard, you don't have that same hunger like the renters do. So I'm not saying this to down comics in the scene. I want to say it to motivate them. Do comedy because you love it. Yeah. Do comedy like try to create a new 20 minutes because you love creating jokes. And if you don't love it that much to do that, or you're pride in a way and you want the fame and not the love of it, or you want the love or I want people to know I do comedy and stuff, then you shouldn't be doing comedy because comedy is such a hard art that it will kill you. Like comedians out here committing suicide. I know a lot of comedians commit suicide. A lot. In my 14 years, I've seen a lot. I think a comedian could kill himself in zanies. You hear about that? Comedians commit suicide. Matter of fact, the Comedy Store is haunted. The Comedy Store is a world-known haunted building.
I've heard about the Comedy Store.
It's a world haunted. So many people. I know a few comedy clubs that comedians could kill themselves after the shows. I know some comedians hung themselves, killed each other, in depressions, quit because they had to. Because comedy is a hard game. So if you're going into it to make it and be perceived as a famous person, you're not gonna get the results that you feel like you think you're supposed to get. So it's gonna upset you. But if you're doing it because you love it, you can be like, oh, you ain't gonna book me here? Oh, that's okay. You know, I just love doing it. You're like, hey, I can't go here. I'm just gonna go to this open mic and do the same jokes, you know, because I love doing the jokes. You're gonna be happy regardless. You gotta keep your happiness.
Yeah.
Keep your happiness. That's why I'm always happy about the shows. I just did a show yesterday with Tony Rock at the Laugh Factory. That was pretty great.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
you just really just screwed
I'm happy.
all my little question up. Hey, I had it in my mind, but just go ahead and go with it.
I did a show at this dive bar restaurant, like a small little. I put that picture up. I did it at the small little cafe, and I put the picture with me at the Laugh Factory.
Yep.
I'm happy about both because somebody appreciated me enough to be like, hey, I want you here. I want to risk my money and my what is the poor? Is it put your
reputation.
Rapport, yeah. So I want to risk my rapport to put on the line for you. So I know what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. So I wanna sacrifice that for your talents, which means a lot to me. So I'm just as happy as the restaurant as I was at the Laugh Factory. You know, because I love it. You know, I'm like, hey, I did 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I'm like, people laugh, people love me, people follow me, people say I'm their favorite, the word keep on spreading. That feels great to me. I don't care if it's not a sold-out stadium. I don't care if it's, you know, I'm happy regardless.
A fan is a fan.
If I go to the little open mic tomorrow or whatever, fan is a fan, like you said.
Fan is a fan.
Love her all the same. Keep my happiness. Man, you ain't doing this. My friend did that 5 years ago, and you just now doing it. I'm like, bro, that's cool. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm here. It's a blessing.
Everything moves in God's time.
In God's time.
Yeah.
I might accomplish it 10 years after you, but the 11th year, you could surpass. You know what I'm saying? You could surpass. You could surpass the person who did it, who accomplished it 10 years before you did. So I want to say it not to bash people. It's the hard truth. But I want to tell people, stay open mics and keep that hunger. Because a lot of comics done that, and I see it more vividly in California because a lot of comics are in California. Def Jam comics, Comic View comics, Shaq All-Star comics, Wild 'N Out comics, TV, celebrities, and they're at open mics, and that's all they do for months. You know, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that because they still should be happy about that. But your shows start to decrease. Your words start to decrease because it's out of sight, out of mind, for one. For two, when they do see you, you showing that growth and that all they do is exciting. So when you stop doing that, people are like, all right, you know, people you thought was better than me. I'm not saying they probably still be better than me, whatever. But the people I thought was better than me are now, I'm getting booked before them. They're getting bumped for me. You know what I'm saying? So you have to love your art. You got to show respect to the game, and the game gonna show respect to you back. You know, I respect the game. I might not respect the person who orchestrates it because of some disagreement, but I respect the game. And when you respect the game, it shows quality joke. It shows quality hours. It shows, and it's gonna show. I don't ask nobody for anything. I don't ask them for shows. I don't ask them for getting booked. Like when I did a show with D-Ray a couple months ago, whatever. I didn't ask to be on that. You know, it was a blessing that they seen talent in me. Said, hey, we want you on 2 weeks in a row. Ooh. We want you on. We book you 2 weeks in a row, which is unheard of. You know, and because when they book somebody, they book them like what? Probably like 6 months after each other, if not once a year or probably once ever. You know, most likely. You know. So I'm blessed to do that because I show respect to the game. You know, I'm out here doing mics. You know, people think I'm not humble. I'm humble. I'm doing these mics. I'm doing 2 people in the room, and I'm appreciating that. I'm delivering the jokes as if it's still a lot of people. And I'm like, hey, I'm still doing stuff that people say, man, I ain't asking for no shows no more. I would still ask for shows. I just haven't had a chance to because God has been blessing me, you know.
I can't do nothing but commend that because, like I say, I'm new, very new, but I respect the mic. I respect open mics because I can see I'm not the same as I was the month before now or the month before that because I can see other relationships that I'm building with people that are working just as hard or harder or not as hard. But we're grinding in Nashville. Some of us are. There may be some that are a little more lazy. And I just got to say their process is different than mine or maybe different than yours. But it sounds to me that you came in to really put some gas on the fire and light some fires behind Nashville.
For sure.
You came home to do that.
For sure.
So I'll say I appreciate it because you let me know I need to do more. You let me know that one mic that I might have skipped, I might need to take my ass to that mic because that might have been my break.
For sure.
So I guess I better get on my grind. Now, next question. How has your comedy evolved in 14 years?
14 years. I had okay, so in 14 years, there was, we broke a Guinness World Record for the longest comedy show.
Okay.
I opened up a comedy club.
Okay.
I did street performance. I moved to New York. I moved to Atlanta for a short amount of time. Moved to LA. Went on the road. So going on the road was the first stage. Because when you're young, you be like, hey, I'm going to go to this show even though I'm not getting paid. I'm going to go down here and go to Huntsville and, do a little 5-10 minutes, whatever case may be, whatever. So so that step right there was like, oh, I learned how to be more professional.
Was your first time going on the road with Corey Holcomb?
No.
Okay.
No. I've been on the road several times. But like that going on the road and doing those shows like Huntsville and like a state away, 2 state aways, 3 state aways, doing those helped me be more professional. Like, I can't go out here and just lollygag because word gets back. Then you want them to book you again for a bigger show and stuff like that. And then you want to be perceived as, I'm on a road comic. So my mind was telling me that I was bigger than I was because I'm on the road, which could be true, could not be true, whatever. So that put me in a different stage. That evolved me to stage 1, which was like, that was big. Street performance. Okay. Street performance had me get more witty, that involved me to being like quick. Like if I'm on stage, man, I wish a heckler would. You know what I'm saying? For hecklers, man, everybody, if you know me, you know my comedy, you know if a heckler better not do anything. I don't care what it is. Man, I'm talking about, cause my roast might be stronger on the stage, if you're gonna be honest. Yeah. Like I can roast like this all day. I can write the roast down. But if I'm on stage and you interrupt me, my roast might be on 10. That might be my final form, if you're gonna be honest. So I wish a heckler, I'm talking about, I seen hecklers take off their clothes, get naked while I'm performing, try to fight me, try to throw chicken bones at me, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So street performance, and you have people walking by you real fast. You gotta have a quick joke to get them to stop, to throw so you can tell them a joke, so they can throw money in the bucket. Okay. So I'm like, ice cream, smice creams. I'm not doing stuff like that, but I'm just saying I have some quick, right? And then sometimes a bunch of bros and dudes walk by, hey man, roast my homeboy, and I'm like, I can't do that because the police might stop me because I'm being cussing and going crazy. Like, nah, they won't. I'm giving you permission to roast my homeboy. I'll give you extra. Oh, okay, word. You know what I'm saying? Well, your homeboy look like the parents from whatever, And they be like, oh, we love it. And I just going crazy. People might crowd around. And so me keep getting my roast on point, getting my improv and being quick thinking on my feet, that built it up way more than the stage ever did at open mics.
Okay.
So now it prepared. So that was a stage jump up. Then again, for a record, we had to have a comedian on the stage. I think it was a comedian could not be off the stage longer than 3 minutes.
Okay.
And we did it for like 9 days straight. Was again for a record.
Was that at the Lab Factory or the Comedy Store?
It was the East Room. No, it was in the Ville.
East Room. Okay,
yeah,
it's the East Room.
The East Room. So
Okay.
So and it was also at the later on we broke it again because we did it at the Third Wheel. So not Third Wheel, but Third Coast.
Third Coast Comedy.
So that a lot of comics would sleep, had work and stuff like that. I'm not the only person that ain't working. So I would do those spots that no one would do in the middle of the night, a.m. to 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever. So I'm doing those and like building up a different level of comedy, you know. Then I have people die in my family, things like that, stress, and that built me up to another level of being able to deliver a good quality jokes, even though you're going through something in life. So that as comics, we had to do that. Somebody just got murdered. You're like on your way to a show. You're like, oh man, that's crazy. They gotta do these jokes, which might mess up your timing, might mess up your delivery. But you gotta learn how to do it anyway, which that's something I still struggle with. But it has me. That put me on the next level to get better at that, and that put me on a different level. Then I opened up the comedy club. I might be. Comedy club put me on a different level. Now, to remind you, in between, I'm still growing. I'm still doing mics and going and this and that and, you know, giving the same spiel. But comedy, I opened up my comedy club for some years. So, so me opening up my comedy club at East Comedy Club, I'm going to open back up again. You know, I'm going to build my name first, then open it up because I used to sell tickets off my name. It was good, but, you know, I'm going to do it on a bigger scale when I get bigger. So now I'm going to open up at East Comedy Club. But me doing at East Comedy Club, a lot of people hated me because I used to do a lot of time. I used to do like, if the mic started at 8 o'clock and everybody still coming from another open mic, so it's probably like 5 people in there, maybe 10 people in there at the moment, I would do more time until the crowd comes in. So when they get in, they're like, oh, this nigga here doing 30 minutes. I'm like, nigga, this is my club, nigga. I'm paying $5,000 a month, nigga. You think I'm gonna waste my money just to pander to y'all, nigga? Nigga, get here on time, nigga. You know, I did that for y'all to have something to do over the pandemic, but I also did it for me. You know what I'm saying? To grow also. People don't understand that. So open mics, I had a kids open mic for kids that we did on TV. I had open mic for us, and then I had shows, and I'd be the host of all of them. And that doing all that time, open up 6 days a week. That had me build up a certain type of comedy and authority and owning the crowd. So and then I had to leave that because I had to focus on myself because I was getting older. Because I started when I graduated high school. So at Jazz and Jokes, that was my home.
I love Jazz and Jokes.
Yeah, Jazz and Jokes was fire though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Rob.
Yeah.
This man, he the man for sure.
Yeah.
He had a platform. Jazz and Jokes started me out. But I started doing Jazz and Jokes. But like fast forward to Addie's Comedy Club, that got me to a different level. But I had to leave that because people had a lot of entitlement. Oh, you ain't gonna put me on a show? You ain't gonna let me have my own show? You ain't gonna let me get the club for free? You ain't gonna let me do you supposed to do all this other stuff. Like, how come I can't do 30 minutes, but you can do 30 minutes? I'm like, I'm the owner. You know, it's just crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop trying to give y'all time and put money in y'all pocket. Cause I put them comics wasn't getting paid. Comics do a lot of shows. I was putting money in their pocket, getting them resumes and looking out for them. I had sometimes, like when I was on Facebook jail, I couldn't promote it, so I had a lot of shows where it had like 7 people in that thing, 5 people in that thing, and I still made sure I paid everybody their amount, you know. So I did, you know, because I respect it. I respect what they do. I respect the grind that they put in. So I now respect my comedy. I respect theirs. So that put me on a different level because I said, you know what? I'm getting older. I want to be that comic that be like, man, I wonder what if I would have went and stayed in New York or stayed in Alabama, or what if I would have started earlier when I lived somewhere else, whatever the case may be. I tell myself that. So I said, you know what? Let me move. And I went to LA because I was about to turn 30. And I was like, man, because you know, when you're in your 20s, 30 is like granddaddy. You're like, dang, I'm getting old. I don't want to be that.
You wait till you get older than that.
Yeah, I said, hey, 30's coming, so let me go down there and shoot my shot so I won't have to wonder what if. And I did that, and that put me on a different level because they're doing 2-minute sets, open mics. And a lot of the open mics are audition open mics. So you do your set, and you can get booked here. So the bookers are in the building. So mics here, bookers not in the building. The booker will learn you funny from their boyfriend or their friend's friends or the boyfriend's friends. We ain't gonna name no names. You know, I could be wrong. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that.
So what you saying is
they not on the scene. What I seen, they not on the scene. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to slander, put nobody on the table, but you know, they not on the scene to see, oh, that dude funny.
It's a popularity contest here.
Yeah, it's a friendship thing, you know. Let me try to, because they don't realize that a lot of these people that they are not even their friend. They just being their friends in order to get into these comedy clubs. But that put me on a different level because now I'm creating these big sets where it's like 20-minute set. Let's say I got one bit that's 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes. Now I have to realize how to make a 6-minute set 2 minutes. So now it put me on a different level. I'm like, that's a great joke. So now I'm realizing what in a joke is really, really not needed. All of them are funny, but what's really, really not needed. And how I can summarize, and that put me doing, the majority are 3 minutes, but 2 minutes. And the old Nashville scene used to be 5-minute sets at old mics. So now I think it's like 4 minutes.
4 minutes is about it.
Yeah, 4 minutes. It used to be 5, 6. You go to a black room, if you killing, you get, you know, black room, you used to go.
Just
2 days if you killing.
Yeah.
If you suck, nigga.
Get off stage.
1 minute, nigga. So yeah, that and also a lot of people scared to go to black open mics. Make sure y'all go to black open mics. Cause black people make you funny, white people make you money. So black open mics will definitely get you there. But the final stage, those 2-minute, 3-minute sets, put my comment on a different level because I had to know what you not only trim the fat, which is normal, but you trim the good fat. Then you trim it again to being precise. Then you start making, now every joke you create after that is like, it's real precision of boom. You hit them with it, hit them with it, hit them with it. Your one-liners are really one-liners, they really hit. So basically, you know, that put me on a different level. You know, because now you under pressure because the bookers are looking. So now you not only doing that, and you create new jokes, the bookers are looking, so now you're on crunch time, so now you're under pressure. You not only timed, but now you're under pressure like speed chess. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so they're my evolutions of that I can think off the back. And probably some in between, but off the back where I really notice, because some people don't notice their growth, but where I noticed that, oh, that really made me put into another gear, you know? But yeah, that's my evolution of just, and I hope that comic can take that and be like, oh, okay, you know, do it a lot quicker than I did, you know, conquer those type of, do street performance and I recommend that. Recommend black open mics, 2-minute sets, trim, you know, all this stuff. It'll make you a better comic for sure. And then also constructive criticism, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got another one. Your first bomb.
Ooh, when I first stepped on the stage. Jazz and jokes. I got on that stage, brought my family, because when you first start, you bring everybody you know. I'm like, I told my sister, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm gonna be a comedian, because I was funny in school.
Yeah.
I was the head roaster in school.
Okay.
You know, and anybody who went to Maplewood, I don't care how thugged that they was and how cool they were, they'd tell you. Nobody wanted to roast with me. Even teachers would tell you. We ain't want to mess with little bro. You know what I'm saying? So I hopped out thinking that it was all cool because I was funny as hell in school, like most people do. But I'm real cocky with it. I ain't write nothing. Went on that stage. Ron was the host at Jazz and Jokes.
Ron.
Shout out to Ron Mosley.
Yeah, it is.
That's my OG. You know what I'm saying? He the one who kept me going, helped me, and continuously helped me.
Okay.
Very funny comic. He on and businessman because he owns his business. Businesses over the years also. You know what I'm saying? A great guy. But I went on stage, and at this time I used to talk super quick, like super quick, and I used to talk real low. Like no. So I was talking low. The crowd could not really hear me.
Didn't resonate.
And and I'm just off the top, and I didn't know how to read the crowd to pull me in, pull me out, and carry me and stuff. So what ended up happening was I went up there, and he's like, "Hey man." Most comics would roast the hell out you. He said, hey, man, he did roast me a little bit. We did go back and forth a little bit. Said he liked Patrice O'Neal, stuff like that. And then a little light stuff, you know, little jokes. But he was like, hey, he joked with me back a little bit. But he said, hey, look, check this out. Come back, just write it down. And come back, we'll have you come back to the mic. And then I remind you, Jazz and Joe's open mic was different because it was holes in there. Bombing is bombing though. Bombing in front of holes is a different level. That hurts. When you bombing, no bombing hurts worse than bombing in front of holes. Now it's like I would say bombing in front of an opportunity that can make you famous, and then under that is bombing in front of holes. And it's like different levels.
It's different levels.
It was if you realize Jazz and Joe's was not only a comedy club, but it was like the club.
Yep.
Holes in there, thick as hell, hookah, all that, whatever they do. Bottom girl, all that. Jazz Jones was lit.
Black Rob does that.
Black Rob, man, that dude, everything he put out, he put his foot into.
Yep.
Class, he bring out the nice women. It's always gonna be packed. He's a great guy. And for a guy one thing I like about Black Rob, and he inspired me to open up my comedy club and inspired me to keep going also. Even though he wasn't a comic, he inspired me to keep going because I got somebody older than me with money and popularity, and he doing all these big things. And I'm like 18. I may have been 7. I was 18. And I'm like, he coming in like, hey, bro, you ain't older than get in the club, you know what I'm saying? All this other stuff, and you getting roasted by everybody. So the popular vote is that you're not the top dog out here. You getting roasted and ridiculed. But he like, hey, bro, come on in, you know what I'm saying? I don't care your clothes is dirty or whatever. Okay. Come on in, big dog, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get into the club? There's some hoes in here. Let this nigga in. Let this nigga in. Like he could be like most business owners and top dogs out there would shun you.
Yeah.
But like Black Rob used to let me in the club before I was old enough, and when I was old enough, when I didn't have my ID, or you know, that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I messed with Black Rob. So, like real talk, he has a lot of quality in everything he put out. Minerva, Jazz and Jokes, The Cranky Chef. You know, he got books out. Mm. He got that new restaurant out there off of Cabana. It's over there by Cabana something. Cabana. It used to be it's over there by Cabana Taps, but it's Cabana something.
It's by Vanderbilt, ain't it?
Something.
Yeah.
That place is a place that I think I got closed down because I had to slap old dude. Because he said nigga, though. He called me nigga. I'm like, nah, I can't. I don't care how professor I am, though. You call me nigga, though.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, so they got closed down because the general manager, we found out the owner was racist because she tried to talk to me, try to make everything okay, but she ended up saying some racist stuff. I recorded it, got closed down. Black Rod took it over, made it more nicer, made it more hip. He did his thing. Black owned now because it was racist. Something I used to do when I made a racist spot. A black owned comedy club.
I gotta say it again. Thank you for taking my call.
Appreciate you, big dog.
I'm not.
You a black man killing it out here, man. I love that.
No. I am not. Hey, let me tell you. I take a flower, but I am growing. I want to grow, but I also want to. I guess it's to a fault. I want to grow, but I want to bring people with me. I started TOKE Talks, and I said this even on the last interview when you walked in. When I came up with the idea to do this, when I talked to Chris and I talked to Kanika about doing this, it was because I seen that we couldn't do it, that we weren't doing as much together as we could for the culture. So this is for us as comedians, and I'm not saying white comedians or black, just comedians to come on and get this shit out and have our own therapy session, because we all need therapy.
We all need therapy. Therapy.
We need this.
Therapy. For sure.
In closing, I always ask this question: what would you tell 16-year-old DaHerm today?
Man, I think about that sometimes. 'Cause I used to hoop.
Okay.
I used to hoop though, and I should have took that more seriously in my grades, because my grades kept me from hooping. Even though I did walk on in college, but I still stopped going to college. But I started going for comedy though. So I'd be wondering, like, what if I would have stayed in it? You know, was that, you know, or it's comedy, or would it stop comedy, or would it make comedy better? Like, I wonder what if, but I don't know what I should have did. But what I should have did, other than put money in Bitcoin, just $1, at least $1. I should have put $1 in there.
Bitcoin.
I should have put $1 in there. That's
It
what I
happens
shoulda did.
again.
I should have, all in all, stayed out the streets, because I was out here jugging. I wasn't trapping, but I was like, you know, I was out here fighting and, you know, doing licks and stuff like that. And I shouldn't have been doing that. And it stopped me from going to school because it was fun. And also, I was a little bit more snappy. I talk crazy to a lot of people more quicker than I would have. But yeah, I would say comedy. I'll say comedy off the bat. But what I know now, be more precise about the precision of when I go to a spot, when I open up a comedy club, what to do, you know, or when I go to get an opportunity or speak to these people or this and that, how to obtain certain things a lot quicker, or not meet certain people, or not talk to certain people, or keep my privacy, keep my personal stuff a little bit to myself, and not create certain type of relationships. I think the relationships, how to get it quicker, because once you achieved it, you know how you could have did it again, but quicker. So I would tell myself all of that. Okay. How to get it quicker, and what I should do. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, I should definitely stay out the street. That's something I know for a fact. But like, coach myself throughout comedy. I think comics need. I think the Nashville scene needs my coaching. Okay. And because I feel like I needed growing up. I needed somebody. I had Ron, but I needed somebody like me who's more blunt and more like, hey, bro, I know I ain't saying it so nicely or whatever the case may be though, but this is the truth. This is what you need to do, little bro. You know what I'm saying? Go do this, do that. Take it serious. Love the craft. You know, hop into it. Don't waste no time. Mm-hmm. Don't skip open mics. One person, 30 people. Like you got people like, you got comics telling me, coming up comics in the comedy, comics in this Nashville comedy scene over here telling me, oh, man, I don't want these comics seeing my jokes often. Then I'm gonna start going to open mics. I want to build up my reputation, and by not being seen, I'm like, bro, go to all these open mics. oh, that open mic ain't nothing, man. That mother drama. No, go to that open mic. Because just saying it, period, will build up a joke.
Yeah.
So telling myself stuff. I had a comic, not gonna say no names. He told me one day, he said, hey, bro, get you 5 minutes and just keep doing that. Like when it hit, you just started five, just keep doing that over and over and over and over. And that comic is still doing the same 20 minutes. You know, same jokes. 20 years later. And I'm glad I'm not that comic. Because bookers really don't like it.
Yeah.
You can be killing it, but they be like, you know.
Seen that.
We have you here because you're that good, but we gonna limit you far as putting you on the. So it's like, get you a solid 5 and use it when it's showtime, but like still try to create and then back burner create you another 5 to add it on it so you can mix and match, or don't use all of them and work on some cool little improvs in between and to expand it a little bit so you can get more interactive crowd control, because crowd control is really big in comedy though. But like, so I would tell myself that, and I'll tell every comic that, because when I was 5 years in and 6 years in, I wish somebody told me that. So I tell myself that, and I also hope y'all will take that in and listen that these open mics is powerful and y'all should hit them up, take it seriously. I don't want nobody to think I suck, so I'm gonna do this, my type 5 again. Like, it's an open mic. Nobody care if you bomb. We all bomb. Work on something that you thought was funny. Work on something else. Nobody care. When I hit these open mics later on this week, they be like, I want to see what DaHerm been working on since he been gone. No, I'm going to do something. I thought about this today. Today. That's funny as hell. Let's see. Something last couple of days ago, a week ago, maybe. You going to get the new stuff. Because I worry about my craft. If you want to book me, then you want to see that stuff, you can. And you can book me or come see me do those jokes that I have been doing in California. This Saturday on the 21st.
Here it comes. Here's the plug. Go ahead.
Production. Let me look it up because we support black-owned business.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, black-owned business for sure.
I believe that is yeah, go ahead.
So it is, let me see. All right, so it is the Velvet Room, 511 Gallatin Pike, Madison, Tennessee. It's in Madison.
Yeah. Right down the street from our other location.
Doors open up at 6:30. Show starts at 7. Big Swole Productions, he's been doing it. He's been doing shows for musicians, poets, comics. He started off doing, his nephew is a big, one of my favorite rappers in town. My favorite rapper in town, OG Nappy Long Locks.
Yeah. Yeah,
he killing it. So he been doing it and putting it on for us, and he been investing in himself. So he's also a talent that's been investing in himself. And all his shows have been killing and packed.
You want to hear what's funny?
What?
Guess who was at an open mic last night just looking at people?
Swole. He scouts. He put in that work. People don't put in that work, man. Artists don't love what they do. Any stuff, people care about the fame. Like you a hustler, you ain't a comedian.
Yeah.
You get your little 5-10 minutes. Yeah. You get your look, whatever, and you hustle that to get more money. But you're not hustling. You're funny. You're hustling your image.
Gotcha.
These people stop worrying about. Angela Reese talking about why is Caitlin Clark on his magazine? Disrespect for all of it, because she's working. She breaking records. She's working on her layups. Eminem, why is Eminem top? If y'all get better at rapping, Eminem wouldn't be in the top 5. Y'all doing mama rap now. But y'all mad at this nigga. I would love to give it to somebody black, for sure.
Yeah.
I would even lie a little bit to give it to a black person. But Eminem he's doing it 50, 40, whatever, 40, 30, 40 years, and he still works on his wordplay. These rap, so I'm saying this is with anything you do. I hope I inspire anybody and everybody. love what you're doing. Eminem loves that. He look at his own old stuff and work on that.
Yeah.
Rappers are not doing that. They're going in 90 seconds and be like, this is what I thought about today. Mumble rap. That's why he's in the top 5, because he don't do that. He works on it. That's why I hate to get to a white dude, but I hate to get a Caitlin Clark. She just broke like 3 more records. She's the reason why we watch the WNBA. She's the reason. That junk is garbage. We watch it because of Caitlin Clark. And the reason, it was a good little asset. It was cool. It was a cute little rivalry. We watched it for the little, the carnage a little bit, whatever. But we watched it because that's what she deserves it. Because without her, we wouldn't even know it's a magazine. I ain't know it's a magazine. Work hard, comics, work hard. Comic like, hey, I've been doing Def Jam, I've been doing Comic View. How did he get the spot? How did DaHerm get the spot? Because I work. I don't beg. I don't say, man, you know, black people on the show. Why you? No, I don't do none of that. I go do these open mics. People, hey, stop doing the open mic because they gonna let you in the comedy club. Cause you do the open mic and they think that you lesser because you do. No, they gonna think I'm lesser right now because I'm with the new people. But they're gonna see the quality of my work, and that's what they did, and that's why I was blessed. That's why I've been at the Improv every week. That's why I've been doing 3 to 4 roast shows a week for the last 4 months. That's why. Cause I've been going to open mic. I ain't been I'm like, hey, look, y'all, hey, audience, y'all like that? Yeah, keep on over every day. That's why. That's why the Def Jam comedy. I don't care how long you been doing it. Are you at the open mics? What's the last open mic you did? I don't care.
In closing, do you got anything else that you want to plug?
Shout out to Black Rob.
Okay.
Shout out to Ron Mosley. Shout out to Swole Ant Production. My bad. I apologize. Shout out to Big Swole Productions.
Okay.
So let me start all over. Shout out to Black Rob. Shout out to Ron Mosley. Shout out to Big Swole Productions.
Okay.
Shout out to Belly Button, you know. Belly Button.
The fat guy.
Yeah, shout out to Belly Button. Also, he put on a lot of shows for the community. The Hot Fuzz Sunday. Shout out to him. He doing his thing. I admire somebody who's grinding and who still go to open mics. If you a comic, and I don't care how funny you are, if you go to open mics and you giving it, you can be trash, 9-year comic. If you go to open mics and I can see that you're trying, that's way better than me. Yeah. It's like somebody who's stupid, but they ask why. You know what I'm saying? If you ask why, that means you're willing to learn.
Yeah, you're willing to learn.
And that means you will grow way further than somebody who's too arrogant to learn, or somebody who knows less than them in other fields.
Yep.
So shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the celebrities who in LA who give me opportunities and believe in me. And shout out to Zanies, man.
Did you really just?
Shout out to Zanies, man. They giving opportunities. They got a new material Mondays, man. They gave me a lot of opportunities in the past.
Okay.
Shout out to Lucy. For real. She has booked me. Okay. We might have some disagreements. It's not really disagreements. It's really misunderstandings though. Might have some disagreements, but she definitely gave me opportunity, even though she may not wanted to. I don't know.
But you in town now.
She whatever, you know. But she gives other people opportunity, and that's what I appreciate and respect. And shout out to Aaron Weber. You know, shout out to Aaron Weber. He's been killing it. I've been saying that he's a star that I've seen been doing it for a long time. And he been good out the gate, and I knew he gonna be big, and he's exactly what it is. It's like LeBron, you knew he gonna be big when he was in the smaller years. Shane Bianchi, shout out to Shane Bianchi, he might be in town too though. He from California. He moved to California. Yeah. Became a comedy store worker. When you become good enough, they make you a comedy store worker. He been killing it. He got passed as a worker. He been killing that, and he's always been funny. I'm not gonna say somebody funny and I don't think they funny. Yep. Dude is gonna be big. Shane Bianchi. Man, shout out to all my kings and queens and stuff like that, man. Shout out to the black women out here who don't wear no makeup and wear natural hair, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all that also, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the queen right here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Every chance I get, if you black and you watching this, every chance you get, if you see a queen wearing her hair, her skin, let them know that you love it.
Church.
Let them know. You might say it in your head, but let them know.
Church.
Let them know. Because the media did the opposite, and that's why people cover it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So do the opposite now and let them know. Not because it's the good thing to do, because I actually love it. Like, if I see a crowd of people and I see our antennas, I see a reflection of myself, because I see myself as gold. So I see gold. I'm like, ooh, I like that. That just made my day. I feel comfortable here. Shout out to my kings and queens out here. Shout out to all my artists out here grinding and putting it out there. I might not make it, but I'm happy, so make sure you're happy. Make sure you're grateful, because being ungrateful creates depression, all right? Look at the definition of depression. Look at the definition of gratefulness. People don't court. Look at the definition, read it. Ungratefulness creates depression.
Yes.
Be grateful. My mom always told me, be grateful. So when you're grateful and you do what you love, you're going to be happy, you're going to continue to do it. If you don't love it that much to work, you shouldn't be doing it, because it can spit you out, you know? So make sure you're happy whatever you do.
That's what's
Make sure you're happy.
Well, that's another one. I am Mr. 505. This has been another episode of TOKE Talks, man. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.